Welcome back, beautiful, beloved soul family. Beautiful soul. So, there's something you need to hear right now. Not tomorrow, not 6 months from now, not after another sign, right now. And today we're going to use the divination of the ancients because I feel like this is one of the most well rounded oracle decks for collective readings of this type. So, you need to hear this right now because many of you have been carrying questions about what happened, questions about why things unfolded the way they did, questions about why things will continue unfolding the way they are, questions about why certain people changed, questions about why certain opportunities disappeared, I'm hearing, and questions about why you feel different now. And Spirit keeps bringing through one message, loud and clear. Nothing meaningful was taken away from you. So there's nothing meaningful that has been removed from your life. I want you to really think about that. For all the people who got shifted out of your energy, for all the things that you have walked away from, for anything that is seemingly acting like you lost by losing it, nothing, do you hear me? Nothing meaningful has been taken away from you. I want you to really let that sink in. Pause there. Pause there. And let's see what's coming out here. Woo! A chance, unknown and unseen. Lots. Chances coming. Woo! Prayers are being answered. Smoke. Beautiful. Yes. Lower. Communication is coming through. Dictionary. Fate, wheel of fortune, so destiny is turning in your favor one way or another. This is the things may be changing in some way that is out of our control card as well. Okay? Caution Ouija board. It's a warning, but it also means you get an extra card. We were going to do 5. That means we have to do 6. And guess what that is? Psychometry sensitivity. So you're becoming a lot more psychic. You're feeling things deeper. You're sensing things in a higher vibration. And you're knowing things. On the bottom of the deck, what's in secret and being kept from you, what's about to reveal itself is your authenticity. Beautiful. Okay, let's tap in. Because nothing meaningful was taken away from you. And ultimately, what we can see here is that nothing that was meaningful or truly meant for you was lost. That is what that means. It doesn't matter how you slice it up. It doesn't matter how you pull it apart. Right? Pulled pork is still pork. What once made you feel unaligned was only the misalignment to let you know that what was truly aligned for you is not gone. And what was truly yours cannot be stolen by timing, mistakes, fear, delays, or other people. And that is the truth. Many of you are finally ready to understand that. It can't be taken away from you. Okay, so you already know what time it is. As always, this is a collective reading. Take what resonates and lovingly leave the rest for whom it will serve. Trust your discernment, trust your wisdom, trust your own relationship with the Most High. And this reading is guidance, not guarantee, but it is a higher alignment and focal point for your destiny. However, not a replacement for your own choices. And above all else, your sovereignty comes first. So the energy feels like someone standing in the aftermath of a storm, honestly. Right? It's the aftermath of a storm energy where you have to take a chance and rely on your prayers and your clear communication and the way the wheel is turning in your favor while being cautious about the way you proceed and sensitive to your surroundings, right? Lots, chance, smoke, prayers, dictionary, communication, wheel of fortune, fate, Ouija board, caution, psychometry, sensitivity as you step into your what? Handwriting, authenticity. All right. So now we know where we're at, right? but you're still trying to understand what happened. But I'm going to tell you right now, the storm may have passed, you guys. You're looking around asking, why did this happen? Why did that end? Why did they leave? Why didn't it work? Why did they treat me like that? Why didn't they see the truth? Why did I have to go through that? Why are they lying? Why are they treating me like this? Why am I being disrespected? Why am I being unsupported? Why are they feeling like they can try to derail my chances at a better life? This is chances at a better life. Chance, Wheel of Fortune, in communication. This is chances at a better life. Why are they trying to distort and neutralize my prayers? It's a strong question for many in the collective right now. I'm trying to keep these in order because we got to read them this way, right? Right, we want to read them in the right way so we know exactly what they're trying to say, right? Right? Okay, so why did they do all these things? Why did all these things happen? This is the question that's coming through. It's so pressing. It feels like, do you know when you know that something, when you know that something that you can't help, I'm like trying to describe this in the right way. When you know there's something that you can't help and something that feels like impending doom but might actually turn out to be a blessing in disguise for you. So this is going to be something for some of you that has happened, all of you. And this is going to be, you relate to this, this is going to be something for all of you that has happened in the past where you felt like it was the worst or you felt like it had the potential to be the worst and you foresaw it in your mind. All the ways this is going to play out the worst way, and it didn't. All the ways it was going to play out in the worst way, and it turned out to lead you to the love of your life. All the ways it was going to play out in the worst way, and it turned out to lead you to a better paying job. All the ways in the worst way, it was going to lead to you being misunderstood in life, and it led to a higher sensitivity and a communication in you. All the ways it was going to right into your life, and it answered all the prayers that you had. All the ways it was going to enter your life and make you feel right about taking risks and chances in your life. All the ways it was going to enter your life and make you feel seen, heard, respected, supported, nurtured, cared for, and acknowledged. Woo! That's powerful. Okay, so that's what's coming through. So why did I have to go through that is what I'm hearing. You're looking around asking, why did this happen? Why did that end? Why did they leave? Why didn't it work? Okay, well, Spirit says because you were being redirected, period. Not punished, redirected. Many of you interpreted redirection as rejection. Oh, well, because many of you didn't see that you never lost anything that was important to your life. Let it land. Let it sink in. I'll say it again. You never realized you never lost a chance in your life from anything you lost. You never lost a prayer in your life from anything you lost. You never lost communication that was worth anything in your life from anything you lost. You never lost fate or destiny in your life from anything that was lost. You never lost caution in your life from anything that was lost. You never lost the sensitivity in your life from anything that was lost. And you never lost your authenticity, is my favorite part, in your life from anything that was lost. Now that's the truth. But why did this happen? Not punishment, we know that. You interpreted delay as denial. You interpreted endings as failure. You interpreted silence as abandonment. And the truth was something completely different, you guys. The truth, my love, was protection. The truth was preparation. And the truth was alignment. So the truth you need to hear now, right? Well, the truth you need to hear right now is you're not behind. You're not late. You're not disqualified. You're not forgotten. You're not broken. In the new channel, we'll have the recode, right? And I'm going to do public ones, and that's something that people don't usually do publicly, okay? It's far and few between that you're not going to find a way to pay into a way to get a recode. Well, I'm going to make sure that we give them out for free, right? It's going to be mass recodes, and so it's going to be about things that people want to, right? It's going to be about neutral and common things that people are dealing with in their life: unhappy relationships, charged emotions, procrastination, right? Not seeing the glass is half full is another one. I'm actually going to do a recode for that, so you can stop looking at this world upside down. If you're seeing the glass is half empty, you're looking at the world upside down. That's what that means. My loves, stop it. Stop looking at the empty cups. Stop looking at the juice that's spilled. Stop looking at the people that kicked over your castle. Stop looking at the people who don't matter. Right? That's the end of this message. Not the end, but the crux of this message is stop looking at the stuff that doesn't matter because it made you feel rejected when you were being protected, right? It's the truth you need to hear right now. Right? The truth you need to hear right now is laid out in these cards, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it in multiple ways for my multiple loves who are on this channel, in multiple alignments and in multiple vibrations and multiple frequencies. So let's talk about it. The truth you need to hear right now, I said that this was lots and chance, right? You can see it. I mean, we're about to get the digital camera back. As soon as I'm not so behind and it doesn't take me 6 hours to upload what wants to be a 4K and is only an HD video, it'll be okay. But this says chance and lots, okay? Lots is an old divination. Remember, this is ancient, divination of the ancients. So every single card you see on here will be a way that people have divined or found things out from the higher realms in history. That's the difference in these oracle cards. Every single one of them is a way for people to tell, you know, for people to connect with the divine, right? Divination of the ancients. Okay, so chance comes out, and what that lets me know is you are not behind and you still have a chance, right? That's what's the first truth you need to know. What's the second truth? Well, the second truth is you're not late and you still have a prayer. How about that? Right? Prayers and smoke. Where you think everything went up in smoke, they're letting you know your prayers are being answered. That's the other message coming through. Right? Communication and dictionary. You're not disqualified is what that means. Right? You still have a way through. You still have a way to communicate. You still have people who are listening to you. You still have influence in this world. You can still make a difference with who you are and what you know. Dictionary. Wheel of Fortune and fate. You're not forgotten. Another truth you need to know. Right? Things can still turn in your favor. There are unseen forces working to your success and who have a vested interest in you succeeding. That's what that means. Confirmation received. And guess what? It also means that the wheel is turning in your favor. So that means you haven't been forgotten by this life or by the divine. I'm here. Ouija board, caution. Once you start looking at the facts, you're not broken. You don't need fixing. You might need a little bit of reassuring, reestablishing, restructuring, reorganizing, replanning, but you don't need fixing. You're not broken. Caution. Ouija board says you're not broken. It also was the one that came out to let you know that wasn't going to be the end of this reading. Means you get another card. And guess what that was? Well, that was you're not failing. Sensitivity, psychometry. Be open to what is within your hand, right? Be open to the blessing that you're receiving. For some of you, with the wedding ring there, that's love. For others of you, that's deeper connections or soul-aligned agreements and connections within your life. For others of you, that's whatever you're holding in the palm of your hand. For others of you, that's your connection to the divine and the star guides with these twinkling lights. For others of you, it's connection to elemental spirits and the unseen forces that help in lieu of the divine or in lieu of the higher vibrational infinite beings of light called angels, archangels, and the light, councils of light. Okay? So let me tell you something. With psychometry and sensitivity coming out, Many of you have been undercutting your own truth and intuition and understanding and capabilities in knowing and trusting yourself. That's also psychometry. Psychometry is a gift that is based solely on trusting yourself, trusting what you feel, trusting what you see, trusting the senses that come through, trusting how that unfolds for you, trusting. That's the truth of psychometry. And at the end of the day, the last thing, the truth you need to hear, you are not failing. You're not failing to reveal your authenticity. You're not failing to communicate properly. Can dictionary communication, authenticity, and handwriting come out to let us know? You have a very important message to give to this world. And ultimately, fate is turning to make sure that that happens. And your prayers are being answered to guide you along the way. And you are being called to take calculated risks at this time. Planned accordingly, but calculated nonetheless, because your prayers are being answered. Look at this. Telling you some things that Tarot never could have. Not like this. Not with 7 cards. So, many of you have been measuring your progress against an old version of success. That's what this means. Faith, communication, prayers, chance, authenticity, and caution, where you're being cautioned not to take the same route and not to try and do things the same exact way based upon whatever success you had in the past. So stop measuring the success you have and the progress that you're making right now against old versions of your success. And stop doing things that you feel are not aligned with the true you. And stop missing the opportunities because you're afraid to take the chances that you so deeply deserve. And know that your prayers will be answered as soon as you step into your authenticity while taking a leap of faith, trusting that the wheel is now turning in your favor and that communications will arise to propel you forward in life. That's the other message here. Look at that. Look at that, my loves. This is, many of you have been measuring your progress against an old version of success, an old timeline, an old dream, an old exception, and an old expectation. But your soul has changed. Your values have changed, your standards have changed, your vision has changed, and because you changed, the path had to change too. That is not failure, that is growth, and you are growing. So what have you outgrown? Well, this message feels strongly connected to outgrowing. Many of you have outgrown relationships where communication was not right and you felt like the wheel wasn't turning in your favor. Friendships that felt you feeling the same way. Jobs that you are feeling cautioned about that are not revealing your authenticity and making you feel like you need to take a chance on yourself while having faith in the fact that your prayers will be answered, because they will. So, if a job is on your nerves, get rid of it. This is the time to remove any person, place, or thing, anything that steals your time, your peace of mind, okay? Your self-respect, your dignity, anything that doesn't acknowledge you. And it's easy to know these energies in your life because they will have been doing this for some time and you will have been letting them get away with it. And now this message might be the clarity you need to finally look at your life in truth and honor. Honor yourself completely in respect and holistic acceleration of abundance in every area of your life by removing what no longer serves you. Woo! It's a powerful message. So guess what? You've outgrown habits. You've outgrown environments. You've outgrown beliefs. You've outgrown versions of yourself. And this is what this means. And yet part of you keeps trying to force yourself back into spaces that no longer fit. Caution. Caution, baby. It's caution. The fuckery is over. This is it. Right? This is, we're done with the shit. Caution. Be sensitive to your environment. Be cautious about the communications coming through to you. Understand that the wheel of fate is turning in your favor and your prayers are being answered. You're being called to take a calculated but organized and well thought out risk to help you excel and propel yourself forward into your authenticity. I mean, a new version of yourself. And yet part of you keeps trying to force yourself back into spaces that no longer fit. Like I said, it's like trying to wear shoes 3 sizes too small. Corns, bunions, and whole blisters later, no, pass. The discomfort isn't because something is wrong with you. The discomfort exists because you're grown, right? Because you're grown. Because you're grown. Let me tell you something. Handwriting and authenticity, that's a grown thing, right? Who writes the best? Grown-ups. Who is more authentic? Grown-ups. So, and not all grown-ups, right? Sometimes kids are more authentic, actually. But one thing we know is if you are legit and real good at handwriting, you're grown. Don't play. So you're grown. And the discomfort exists because you've grown, and growth changes what fits. That's it. So the deeper lesson is this. You don't need to keep proving your worth. Many of you have spent years proving, explaining, convincing, performing, overgiving, overextending, oversacrificing, underappreciating yourself, under acknowledging your power, undervaluing your worth, I'm hearing. Trying to earn what should have been freely given. Trying to earn respect, trying to earn love, trying to earn belonging, trying to earn approval, trying to earn permission. And Spirit says, enough. Enough. Enough, my loves. Enough, my children. You do not need to convince the right people. The right people will come to you aligned. Authenticity. Sensitivity. Trusting your prayers being answered. Communicate correctly. And take a chance on yourself. Oh, it makes me want to cry. Enough. You don't need to chase the right opportunities. You don't need to force what is aligned. What belongs in your life will not require endless self-abandonment. What is actually happening? What is actually happening is much simpler than many of you realize, and I'm going to promise you that. You're becoming authenticity. You're becoming. And becoming often feels messy. The old version is falling away. The new version is still forming, okay? It's still forming. If you see a desk with all these things that you see on this card on it, how do you feel about that person? They got some prestige, right? Well, that's you. It's about time you took the chance, had the sensitivity to see who you are, trusted the way the fate and wheels are turning, trusted your clear communication, use caution in the way that you approach individuals and what you allow in your life, and how you respect and see yourself while you step into your authenticity, knowing your prayers are going to be answered. Just know the old version of you is falling away, the new version is still forming, and in between those two versions exists uncertainty. But uncertainty is not evidence that you're lost, okay? Listen to me. It is evidence that transformation is occurring, and it's occurring in you. And you know it, and the caterpillar does not become the butterfly overnight. There's a middle space, a becoming space. That is where many of you are now. And let me tell you something about the caterpillar and the butterfly. In this world, the caterpillar and the butterfly are the same creature all their lives. But at the end of the day, the caterpillar goes through life searching, hungry, just yearning for something, looking for more. Confined to its belly, crawling, afraid of predators, feeling like there's no safe shelter, and still wanting more. Hungry, searching, insatiable for more. That was us for a long time. And this is where we let it go. Because that's not prayers answered energy. That's not authentic energy. That's not, I know I can use my wise, clear communication to get whatever I want, and the wheel is turning in my favor because I'm so sensitive, and I have every right to take a chance because God hired me, who gonna fire me energy. The caterpillar and the butterfly go through the same life. The caterpillar goes through confinements all its life. All of its life, searching, next phase, trying to find another thing to eat, another thing to swallow, another thing to find, another shelter to be, another place to live, another thing to do, all crawling on its belly, very slowly, right? And then it goes through a transformation, quite possibly where it thinks it's dying, quite possibly where it thinks nothing in the divine has heard its communication, quite possibly where it thinks it misstep caution, quite possibly where it becomes more sensitive than it ever was, quite possibly where the fate starts turning in ways that it cannot control, quite possibly leading to a chance that it takes where it seals itself up. Maybe it thought it was a tomb that it was creating when it made that cocoon, right? But its prayers were answered and it wasn't dying. It became its more authentic self, authenticity, the butterfly. And let me tell you something about the butterfly and the caterpillar. Caterpillar goes through all those confinements, constraints, insatiable hunger, yearning, searching, afraid, tired, and needing to be protected and never protected. And then in seemingly no time at all, it becomes its authentic self, right? And this same creature rises on wings, light as dust. Never to be confined, never to be constrained, always to be free, fluttering from flower to flower. The caterpillar in its life has gone through life insatiable, hungry, always searching, never satisfied. The butterfly takes a whole day to eat a meal. Flower to flower, fluttering through, flying into the light, flying wherever it wants to go, free as a bird, free as a butterfly. And they are the same creature, transformed, transcended in the same reality, in the same world. And this is us, this is you. Do you hear me? It's time to fly. Let your wings dry, okay? You just come out of the cocoon. It's time to release the isolation. Release the lack of community. Release feeling like things aren't aligned. Release feeling like you got to crawl on your belly, confined, constrained. Release feeling like you have to build up walls and be behind barriers and protecting yourself all the time. You can walk away. You can fly away from situations that no longer align and do not vibrate with you, because your vibration is how you feel. And if it makes you feel wrong, then it's already creating the wrong frequency. And the wrong frequency means it's the wrong behaviors and actions from you. And that creates the wrong bandwidth. And the bandwidth is all the experiences that you get from your vibrations and frequencies. So don't let them ruin your bandwidth. That's your timeline. We're aligning it with the highest one here. I love you all unconditionally. I promise I faithfully do. And this is you now. Release them. Release the emotions associated with the past that no longer serve you. Release feeling like you don't have the right to attract happiness and value in your life. Release it. Release them. They're worthy of you. What belongs in your life will not require endless abandonment. Do you hear me? What is actually happening is much simpler than many of you realize, and I'm going to spell it out for you now. You are becoming caterpillar or butterfly, and becoming often feels messy. It does. The old version is falling away. The new version is still forming, and between those two versions exists uncertainty. It just does. But uncertainty is not evidence that you're lost. It is evidence that transformation is occurring. And the caterpillar does not become the butterfly overnight, is the other message coming through. So there is a middle space. You're in that middle space. A lot of you are in that middle space. A lot of you are coming out of the cocoon. A lot of you are waiting on the wings to dry. A lot of you are already flying. Stop measuring your life by what left. Measure your life by what remains. Measure your life by what you're becoming. Stop measuring your life by closed doors. Measure your life by the doors opening. Stop measuring your life by rejection. Measure your life by redirection and protection. And stop measuring your life by who did not choose you, because they were unworthy of you. That's the truth. And measure your life by how much you are finally choosing yourself. And you step into that authenticity and you ride that flying disc as high as you can. Don't look back. Forget them. If they leave your life, if they're misaligned, their fault, their loss. That changes everything. This is the message I keep hearing. You're closer than you think. Not because everything is about to happen overnight, but because you are finally seeing clearly. The breakthrough is not just an external event. The breakthrough is the moment you start arguing with reality. The breakthrough is the moment you stop chasing what left. The breakthrough is the moment you stop trying to become who you used to be. And the breakthrough is the moment you accept who you are becoming. So what comes next is peace. Not because every problem disappears, but because you stop fighting yourself. You stop fighting the lessons, you stop fighting the timing, you stop fighting the growth, and suddenly all of the energy you've been using to resist becomes available to create, to build, to heal, to love, to trust, to move forward. Sweet affirmations for my love today. Repeat after me if this resonates. I am not behind. I am not forgotten. I am not disqualified. I trust the path unfolding before me. I release old timelines that no longer serve me. I release old expectations in the same way too. I release what no longer fits. I trust divine direction. I trust my becoming. I trust my growth. I trust the Most High, omnipotent Heavenly Father, Heavenly Creator, absolute. And I honor who I am becoming. I choose peace. I choose truth. I choose forward movement. And I attract happiness. As I release all emotions associated with the past that no longer serve me. Beautiful soul, the truth you need to hear right now is simple. You did not miss your life, you're living it. You did not lose your future, you're walking toward it. You are not stuck, you are transforming. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. And you're not being abandoned, you're being guided. And what feels confusing today may eventually become the very thing that makes perfect sense for you tomorrow. Trust the process, trust the lessons, trust your growth, trust the Most High, and because the person you're becoming is already closer than you realize. That's the message coming through. That's the message coming through, my loves. Oh, that's a beautiful message. It's a beautiful message. So just know, if this message resonated with your spirit, you can comment below, I trust my becoming. Because that is the frequency of this reading. Not fear, not lack, not regret, trust, growth, clarity, and forward movement. I love you unconditionally. I honor you. I send you all plus some of my light, love, and blessings. And I will see you in my next reading.